Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. I am Clary. How are you guys doing? So nice to see so many familiar faces. Valdair, Mark, hello. Susan, Chad, Carla. How's everyone doing? I am streaming live from San Francisco. If you guys don't know me or not seen any of my stream before, I am Clary. I'm an Italian designer based in Manchester, but I love to come here in the amazing Adobe Live studio in the gorgeous San Francisco, California. Hi Sam, hi Carla, hi Filippa. Nice to see you guys here. So today we're gonna start with day number 1 of the Daily Creative Challenge, but let me show you what you guys have to do in order to take part to the challenges, just in case yesterday you weren't with us. So please go on behance.net/challenge/Photoshop in order to access the challenge. So all you have to do is click on this big blue button over here where it says take the challenge. And once you do that, you're gonna start to receive reminder and you will access to these cards over here. So day by day, we're gonna unlock each challenge. I'm gonna be with you guys for 2 weeks. So we're gonna go over 9 different challenges until September the 27th. We're gonna create amazing artworks using Photoshop, sharpening our skills, learning new techniques, learning new tools. As I said yesterday, those challenges are built to be super friendly for beginners. But if you are an experienced user of Photoshop, they're gonna be quite inspiring. We're gonna start from today to see the difference of what you can do if you already know Photoshop. So stay with us, stay tuned. I look forward to see your artwork at the end of the day. But let me talk you through this page because there are a few more things to do before we get started. So first of all, here, today's challenge number 1, we're gonna learn how to replace an object in Photoshop. You guys are welcome to get started, watch the video, and also download the file, the starter file that I made available for you guys so we can work together on the same file. You're welcome to use your own image as well. It doesn't really matter. All it matters is to work together on the techniques and the tools. Another very important thing to do is to join the community chat. You can do so by clicking here on the community chat blue link. I'm sure Sam is gonna drop a link for you guys as well in order to join Discord. Discord is the community chat for the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. What happened here is that I have the app installed in my desktop. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how it looks like for me. You can install it on your mobile or you can access it from your browser. So the Discord is an amazing place to be because you can connect with a great community of other designers, photographers, students, people who are just learning. I really encourage you guys to share your work in order to get feedback. Remember, don't be shy. This is a safe zone. We're all learning. I learn always so much in here. Hola Alberto, Beatriz, nice to see you guys. Axel, Ray, Naman, Susan, Aria, lovely to see you guys in here. So, as all majority of you know, you can get feedback from other fellow community. We have over 1,000 people online at the moment, but also the mentors. So it's myself, Sam, Tammy, team. They're gonna be there to help you answer your question that you can put on the Ask Question challenge or give you feedback on the current challenge. You can also be inspired by past challenges. So I really encourage you guys to have a look and explore Discord. It's an absolutely amazing tool. So I hope you guys had time to download the file. If not, again, feel free to use your own picture or you can just watch the stream and go back on the replay and work with the image later. But let's get started. Let's open Photoshop. So if you guys have the same image as I do, I already have it open. If you don't have it open, you can go on Photoshop and open the new file and select the file that you have downloaded. This is the image that I provided. This is an image that I took myself with my Google Pixel. I took it here in San Francisco. As probably some of you know, I used to be a graffiti artist. I love graffiti. I've got a very, very brief photo that hopefully I can share with you guys. let's see if I find it, but of one of my graffiti. But also I've done a little bit of research because this mural really caught my eye. This is an amazing piece of art. It's from BIP, which stands for Believe in, and is a San Francisco local artist. So what we really do want to do with this image is to remove any distracting items. And in order to do so, we're gonna focus on the content-aware fill workspace. This is an amazing tool that came out with Photoshop Creative Cloud 2019. So if you do not have the latest version of Photoshop, go back on that page that I showed you before, that behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to download a free trial and get the latest version of Photoshop. So we can work together with this new amazing technology, which is the content-aware fill. So let's start by double-clicking on the background. I'm gonna rename it Before and press OK to unlock it. And then with my layers selected, I'm gonna press Command-J to duplicate it. And I'm gonna double-click on the layer to rename it, and I'm gonna rename it After. So I'm duplicating the layer because we're gonna be working distractively. If by any chance you guys have a smart object, make sure to right-click or press Control-click on your layer and rasterize your layer. Let's start by removing these guys over here. I really wanna have only the art on my photo. So what I'm gonna do, I'm working with the marquee tool, which is this guy over here. And I'm just doing a very rough selection. You don't need to do any precise selection. Once you have your selection, like so, make sure you're on the After layer. You go on Edit and Content-Aware Fill. So let me talk you through this workspace, because this is the real change in Photoshop. We have the image, the original image that we're working on, and we have a live preview of how your final output is gonna be. Now, the beautiful thing that you can do with the content aware is you can actually manually select the source. So that means that when I talk about source, I'm talking about the pixel that Photoshop is gonna use to replace the selection that we're removing. So you can do so by using this brush over here. Let me show you guys, which is called sampling brush. And making sure that we have the minus in order to subtract an area. You can make the brush bigger using the bracket like you will do for any other tool, any other brushes in Photoshop. You can go ahead and start to paint out all this area over here that we do not want to replace, because what we really want is a bit of the wall and a bit of the pavement there to replace that guys from the photo. Let's see how this like is looking. This at the moment is looking like it's picking up the door, because as you can see the door is selected. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these styles because we don't really want that in our photo. As you can see here on the live preview, is looking already so much better. I'm just gonna move a little bit because this is the main source area that we're using. So we're gonna really wanna, oh, there we go, I jumped on the other side. As you can see, we have the wall selected, and that's what really being replaced from the selection. So I can go ahead and remove this area to have a little bit of a better selection as well. And you can go ahead and after refine. This is just the very basic to remove content quickly. So once you're satisfied with the result, you have the chance to either duplicate the layer so you can create another layer which has already the change made distractive to the image, or you can output to a new layer. Let's use this one to start so you can actually see the difference in the work that we've done so far. I'm gonna have a look at the chat to see if there is any question. Hi everyone. Hi Arya, Philippa, Sam, Megan, Khalil. So no questions so far. Good morning everyone. I can see different languages playing on. I don't know, Portuguese I guess. I can speak Spanish, but oh yeah, Mark, I jump around. I've been moved on the other side and now I'm back. So once you guys are happy with the selection, you just go and press OK to commit to the changes. Because we selected a new layer, as you can see, we have a very clear idea of what happened here. So I'm gonna press Command D to deselect so we can look a little bit better at the change. And that's the magic of the content aware fill. So we're removing distracting content and replacing it with some Photoshop generated pixel that have been picked up from different area of the image. Now, I'm gonna show you another technique. So I'm gonna enable my layer and move on, because something that is very distracting here are those electricity cable. They're really chopping my art in pieces and I don't want that. And I'm gonna introduce you to another tool, which is the spot healing brush. Is this little fella here that you can find on your toolbar at the left of your Photoshop interface. And once you select the spot healing brush, what I suggest is always to use with the smallest brush as possible, because the spot healing brush, again, is gonna try to match and use the content aware. Make sure, in fact, that content aware is selected here on the option bar. So try to use like really a tiny brush. So as you can see, my brush is slightly bigger than the cable. So I'm gonna start to click, hold Shift, and then click in the other area. And as you can see, by Photoshop magic, the cable gets removed straight away. I'm gonna keep going. And as you can see, guys, I like to break it down in small pieces so I can keep the color consistent. And I'm gonna click, hold Shift, and click again and again. So this is another amazing tool that allows you to get rid of any distractive elements that you may have. Again, I'm working very fast here because unfortunately I don't have much time, but you are more than welcome to take all the time that you need to finalize your image, to really refine it, to zoom in, to work slowly, and maybe go back and do it again. So I just want to show you the tools more than anything else, because they can help you achieve great things. So in less than a minute, we actually removed completely the cable. Let's see if you guys have any question on the chat. I guess everyone can just say hello. Kirsty. Can you use your own image? Yeah, of course, you can use your own image. This is a photo that I shared with you guys. You don't need to buy it. I took it myself. It's out there in San Francisco, so it's street art, public shared. I've actually done a little bit of research. Let's see if I can show here with you guys. I found photos of the artist creating the artwork. I was really geeking out here with my love for graffiti. So you can actually see this work of art coming out. And in fact, if you guys are using my image and you're sharing it on Instagram, you can actually tag the artist if you really want to. I think that's his Instagram, beep_graffiti. He does very amazing large scale. I don't even call it graffiti, that's like art, because to me that could be completely displayed in a museum. But if you like graffiti, you can go ahead and have a look, say hi to him. He's very cool, and I'm sure he's gonna appreciate. Maybe you can share, the photo of his artwork, and you can embellish it. You can get rid of all these distracting elements. He might like it as well. I'm sure actually he will. So let's go ahead and keep using the spot healing brush. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with all this graffiti goodness. I know I promised you a photo of my graffiti as well. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to show it today or tomorrow. I'm sure some of you have probably already seen it during my previous stream. I have a very funny photo of me with a luchador mask. But that was many years ago. I don't have the luxury of and the time, unfortunately, to do that very often. So as you can see, guys, we're just using the spot healing brush to remove the cable. And what I'm doing here, again, I click once. My brush is slightly bigger than the element that I have to remove. I click once, I hold Shift, and I go on the other point, and Photoshop takes care of the entire area that I'm going over from one point to the other. And that's because I'm holding Shift. So you guys wanna do that as well. Click, Shift, and click. And as you can see, if you make a little mistake like I've done here, you just go back and go ahead and do it again. Or you can just keep building up with a spot healing brush. You can use it in the same area with no problem at all. I hope you guys like this technique. I absolutely love it. The content aware fill workspace and the spot healing brush tool are probably one of my favorite. They're so fast. Actually, what we can do with this area over here, we probably have enough time to try to, let's see if we can select it really quickly. Probably do the lady. That's a little bit faster here. I think I got literally 2 minutes to show you. Again, make sure that you're working on the image and not on the copy layer. So make sure that you got your image selected and then go into edit, content aware fill. And also something that I wanted to mention is that my content aware fill is pink because I've selected the color. Yours should be green. You can change the color here. It doesn't really matter, up to your preferences. And same for the opacity. I tend to keep a quite low opacity so I can see the area that I'm sampling. And with my sampling brush set to minus, I go ahead and remove the area that I don't need in my selection. If by mistake you guys delete area that you actually want to use, you can simply turn into add. So this little plus sign over here on the top on your option bar, and you can go back and paint in area that you want to use. So as you can see, Photoshop has done already a really good job, and I'm gonna use a new layer and commit to these changes. Isn't that super fast? I'm gonna press Command D to deselect, and the lady is gone. So as I see, those are super cool tool, and if you're a beginner, just focus on repeat and repeat and learn how to use it, learn how to finalize it, and just focus on this tool. Don't worry too much about the rest of the image. But if you are an expert user, I just want to show you what was my final take on the image. Because what we're going to do with this image for our challenge is that we're going to put it on our Behance besides Discord. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But first of all, let me show you where you can go with this image. I'm going to go on Window, Arrange, and to App to show you both of the tabs that I had opened on Photoshop. So again, Window, Arrange, to App, vertical, if you want to show the two images side by side. And that was my final version. So I actually removed the lamp, I moved the cable, I moved the sign for the street, and I really wanted for the artwork to be prominent and to be the main subject. I also removed the building, cut it out, and replaced with a photo of the sky in order to make it a little bit more smooth and really give that, sense of peaceful artwork, where almost as if you are in a museum and you can concentrate on the artwork there. So let's actually save this file and put it into Behance. I want to show you guys how to create a Behance project and share with us the work that you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and export as, and I'm going to use a JPEG and quality 100%. I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm gonna click on export all. I'm gonna put it on my desktop and call it DCC for Daily Creative Challenge 1 and hit save. So once the image is saved, I'm gonna go back on my Behance. If you guys do not have a Behance page, all you have to do is go on behance.net and log in with your Adobe ID. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a project. To create a project, all you have to do is click this big button here on the top where it says create a project. I'm gonna give it a title by pressing on the text. I'm gonna call it DCC, Daily Creative Challenge with Clady. And then I'm gonna hit return and put challenge. Challenge. You guys be patient with me. I'm dyslexic. I might misspell a lot of things during these days. So once I put the general title and the name of the first image, I can hover, and where it says insert media here, I'm gonna click on the arrow in order to upload. There we go. And I'm gonna be using my after file, click on open, and here we go, it's loading. Now, something very important is to use a keyword in your project. Let me show you how to do that, and let me tell you why this is important. So in order to go to the keyword, once we're happy with the image, so this is my challenge number 1, I'm gonna click on continue. He's gonna ask you to use a cover image. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and drag this down and use this image. We're gonna be creating a cover next week. So for now, let's just leave this one on. Again, you can put any image you like. I'm gonna call this DCC with Clady. DCC is for Daily Creative Challenge, of course, and I'm gonna crop and continue. So now that's really what I wanted to focus on the discoverability. The keyword to use is PS Daily Challenge. Now we really want to spell that correctly, and click to publish. The reason why I want you guys to use this keyword is because when we're going to be reviewing, or the amazing people after me are going to be reviewing your work, they'll be able to browse it on Behance by the keyword. So in fact, I'm going to copy and press publish. And let's see, I need to add some fields here. I'm just going through very fast. Tomorrow we can look, you can also promote your work. I'm just going very fast because we got about 1 minute before we say goodbye. Tomorrow I'm gonna talk you through the different other settings on Behance, but I really wanted you guys to share it on Behance and to use the keywords. So then when you go on search and filter, if we use our keyword PS Daily Challenge, your work is gonna show up here. Now you can see all projects. Those are all the different projects that are filtered. I can see already I was following Sue's previous Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, and you can see all the other challenges here. So whoever comes after me will be able to actually review your work both here, but also do not forget to use our community chat, Discord, to post your work and to ask for feedback or to help other people by giving feedback. So I hope you guys love that technique today. Feel free to ask me a question. I'm gonna be on Discord myself, and I'm gonna say goodbye for today. We have an amazing lineup for today, excuse me guys. Tomorrow is gonna be different. So today was me with a Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, and coming up, we have digital imaging with Savannah Ogburn. She's amazing. Then XD with Andrea Hawk. And then XD Design System with Mick Champagne. Hope I said everyone's names correctly. And I hope you guys are going to have a blast with those amazing creative. I'm going to catch you tomorrow for another challenge. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.